Erin, thank you so much. Everybody that is going to be watching this, you've all been working with me for a while, and Erin has been one of my go-to people in the funding space, and it has changed from 2 weeks ago to where we are right now, and so he has been working around the clock, and I so appreciate you coming in and talking. For this particular conversation, we are going to focus on businesses that are eligible for that 150 SBA Express Loan. So for those of you that I'm talking to, this is usually a home-based business. It's not a brick and mortar type space. All in is going to be about 100, 130, 150 in that range. So not a super expensive loan to get into. And that's really what I wanted Erin to talk about today. So Erin from First Financial, take it away and let us know what we have to do to get some of this, what's going on that wasn't happening 2 weeks ago.
Well, thanks for reaching out, Lisa. I really appreciate it. More than happy to always take time for you. So.
Thanks.
Well, as we all know, the SBA world has been the #1 topic on the news and everything. And the government's doing a great job of helping these people that are in the small business world. But you know what's happening is we have seen an influx of business of almost 25 to 28% in the past 2 weeks. I think people are realizing that this is the time to get into business, and they're learning that the SBA is a great route for them. The SBA has always had the same rules, same guidelines, everything for the past 12 years. Not much has changed, but the loan product is just not as aware. Not a lot of people are aware of it because unless you go into franchising, they don't know it exists. So, but the loan product, you know, as you were saying, the $150,000 express loan is a wonderful loan product. It's really unconventional in the borrower's favor. Okay, it's built for those, like you said, the home-based businesses, maybe where your franchise fees 60 to 70, you have some equipment, maybe down payment on a vehicle. So you're all in for $100,000, $105,000, $110,000, and then it leaves you a nice $40,000 or $50,000 of working capital, which is so important, you know, to get you through that first year.
Absolutely. But tell us, I mean, you know why I'm excited right now, the SBA's incentives with all this, and why my phone's been ringing off the hook, and I'm sure yours has.
So that's the biggest thing that's really hit in the past 48 hours is the fact that the SBA on any new loan, especially the express loan, the first 6 months of the payments are waived by the SBA, not deferred. And right now for $150,000 with the interest rate, you're looking at about $1,600 a month, and $1,600 times 6 months, you're looking at saving over almost $9,000 up front, up free money into your business. And that's usually people's #1 bill or their largest bill in their business. And to not have that for the first 6 months and never have it because the SBA is paying for it is something we never saw coming, but it's absolutely amazing.
Thank you. And you explain it better than I do because I think, just overexcited about it. So I'm like, you understand what this means, right? Like this isn't a deferral. This is basically the SBA saying the hardest part of your business, one of your biggest bills in the beginning is going to be covering that net, making that loan payment.
Yep.
You get to run as hard as you can for 6 months and
pay no payments.
Get started. It's like, oh my gosh.
And it's just absolutely amazing. I mean, that's what everybody's got in their head right now, and that's why it's taken off so quick.
Okay, awesome. Tell us, I know like they're gonna have to talk to you and go through the paperwork and go through the process, but tell us the basics, like who's gonna qualify for this loan and what are they gonna need down, things like that.
Sure. So the qualifications for the loan, excuse me, the SBA is very black and white. There's not a lot of gray area. It's all the same. Doesn't matter if you have $1 million in the bank or $30,000 in the bank. Everybody qualifies the same for the loan. That's the nice thing about it. So they like to see a 685 or higher credit score. They like to see less than 40% credit card usage. And what they're saying there is just simple math. If you have $10,000 in credit cards, you have less than a $4,000 balance. Okay. And then the cash injection is required for the loan. Most banks call it a down payment, but it's a cash injection in the SBA's world because it's money going into your business. It's not going to the bank or to the SBA. So and that's 11% of the loan value. And you can take anywhere from 51 to 150,000 for an express. So based on the full amount, the 150,000, 11% is about 17,000. So you have to bring 17,000 into your business of your own money, so that and it has to be unborrowed funds. So it has to be cash, has to be stocks and bonds, IRA. Can't be from a HELOC or from like a 401k withdrawal. Can't be borrowed funds. So it does have to be cash. And then after that, they'd like to see you have another 30,000 in post-closing liquidity, which can be cash on hand, could be a 401k, something like that. It doesn't have to be all in the bank. They just want to see that you have something to fall back on.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
And the 17,000 goes to the franchise. It doesn't go to the bank or anything. So you would send 17 to the franchise, and then when we fund you about 30 days later, you just owe them the rest of the invoice or the rest of the money due out of that 150.
Okay, got it. And I mean, I'll connect everybody that's interested. I'll for sure get them your contact information because they're going to have questions. For this 6 months, where they're going to make the payments for 6 months, I've been doing this a long time. You've been doing it longer. Have you ever seen this? And what is the timing going to be? Like, I think that's the scariest thing you hear is that, okay, this is how deep is this pool?
And that's a great question, because no, I have never seen anything like this. And even the owner of our company, who's been doing it for 28 years, who's been through every kind of decline, has never seen anything like this. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity for anybody that wants to get in the franchising world. It really is. And it's good for 6 months. So it went into the bill that went into effect March 27th. So we have till September 27th for any new loans to be able to capitalize on that 6 months of waived payments.
Okay.
Now, the only thing we don't know is they took that bill and there's a 2.2 trillion. We don't know how much is in this bucket. So we don't know if there's going to be enough to last that long, especially based on what's been going on in our offices the past 48 hours.
Okay.
The amount of loans and amount of people that it's getting out to. And this hasn't even really been announced formally yet.
Okay.
So
here's my other question then. A lot of people that I work with and that are going to be watching this may not have that business. We haven't figured that out yet. I mean, if they're working with me, most of the time we're still in the process of which one's best for me and that type of thing. So yes, I can fast track that and we can try to get those business options in front of them. When do they start with you? Like, should I have them call you right in the beginning? Should I have them wait until we know what the business is? What's going to be best to work with you to position them? I want them to be able to take advantage of this.
That's another great question. I think the best time is when you want to find out what they can afford.
Okay.
If they're all over the board, if they're looking at $1 million restaurant or $150,000, service-based industry, you want to kind of find out what they can actually afford. And that's what we do for free. Anytime, my first call with your candidates is just information. It's information about the SBA. And then I do also offer to do the pre-approval, within 24 hours for them if they just fill out a couple documents. Very simple, nothing they have to strain. But I think it's best for the coaches to know what their clients can afford. So, always sooner the better.
Okay. Got it. Well, thank you so much. I know this is just probably the middle of your day this late in the night, but thank you.
No problem at all. No problem at all, Lisa.